And welcome to Versus Live. I am Ross Merriam.
I'm Corey Baumeister.
And we've got Rob in the booth. Say hi, Rob.
Hi, Rob.
He will be taking all of your questions, comments, concerns, and burns in the chat. Make sure you tag at Star City Games so he can see them and send his favorites over to us. As always, we are brought to you by Star City Games and sponsored by Carnox Chairs. If you would like a Carnox chair, be sure to use our affiliate link, carnox.com/SCG, and you can be bouncing back and forth like Corey there with that weird look on his face. Or maybe something normal. I don't know.
No, that's not fun.
That's not fun at all.
What, like this? What do I do with my hands when I do normal things?
Nobody knows.
That?
Just I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know.
I can be normal, I promise. I just choose not to be, okay?
Sure, Corey.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right.
One more match in this team showdown. It is the modern match. As I said before the break, I'm going to be playing Mono Red Prowess.
A scary deck.
This comes straight off of Ryan Overturf's Twitter. So if you have any questions, please tweet at him and him alone.
At Ryan Overdrive on Twitter.
Yes, make them as inane as possible.
Yeah.
In particular, ask him about the 2 wild slashes and why they're not burst lightnings or any other shock variant.
Ask him why he's not playing
Runaway Steamkin.
Runaway Steamkin and Young Pyromancer.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
and
all of those things, please ask him. He will be glad to explain to you in riveting detail.
And please, if you have any real problem with the deck, tag at Shaheen Sarani and really let him have it. Just tell him I do not like Ryan Overturf's build because of X, Y, and Z. And you know what? He'll understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That actually goes for all of the decks that we play on Versus Live.
No, that goes for all matters across, life, decks. If you really don't like that your Nike shoe keeps separating, let Shaheen know.
Yeah. If you woke up in the morning and your roommate drank all the orange juice.
Yeah.
Let Shaheen know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so this brings up a real life thing that just happened to me. I went home from Buffalo Wild Wings, a fine establishment, not
and
too long ago.
one of Shaheen Sarani's favorites.
No, yeah, it is, but that's not related to the story. My fiance took it upon herself to eat these leftovers that I was saving for lunch the next day. I let Shaheen have it. I was not a happy camper, and I made sure Shaheen knew that I was upset. So.
What a jerk. I cannot believe he would let your fiance do that.
I know. So I let him have it. If you got any problems, you know who to tag. Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I know.
What are you playing?
I'm going to be playing a Bant Snowblade deck here, playing all the hits. You just don't have Oko. So I have to replace it with some less than good cards. You have to play a different Planeswalker, which is Jace the Mind Sculptor. That's the downgrade, which just feels wrong to say in my soul.
2009?
I know. But a deck that still can hold up to Prowess. You still got Stoneforge Batterskull, which can be good.
Yeah.
You do still have a lot of removal. I do think this is going to be a bit of a scary matchup, especially with you on the play. I'm worried, but we got some sideboard cards to help us out. It's usually some timely cards we can play against you. And
one of the things I like about this matchup, one of the reasons I'm confident from the red side, is that one of your key removal spells is Icefang Waddle, and it matches up very poorly against Lava Dart.
Oh, yeah.
I think that pattern is going to be pretty key, and if I can do that for on a good turn and get in a good chunk of damage that you were trying to prevent, that'll be big.
Yeah, I'm going to cut you away from Lava Darts there. Let's
4 of them.
Dang it.
4 of them. You can't do it.
We can hope. Okay, so you're going to be on the play. We'll get into the match here. Don't forget to get your questions in. We'll get those answered in between this next game here.
One quick question we have.
Yeah, sure.
Tan and Grace wanted to know Ross Merriam's opinion on the Theros basics.
Oh. I'd like to know this as well, but I think I know your opinion.
I hate them. They don't look like Magic cards.
Yeah.
I like my Magic cards to look like Magic cards.
Yeah.
It's a novel idea, right? Seems like they should.
Yeah.
But they don't, and I don't like them.
I got a follow-up question for Tannen and Ross. Ross, what does your trophy mantle look like? And Tannen, same question goes for you.
So I have a nice little sort of hutch. With some glass paneling, and on top of it, I've got 5 open trophies. I got a couple states medals. I got a GP plaque. I got a trophy from an old local tournament like 10 years ago.
Hey, nice. So you got it occupied. You got some stuff on it.
It's pretty full.
Tannen, what do you got on your trophy mantle? Is it packed full with trophies as well? Is it decorations you put up there? Let's see when he responds and get back to me with that answer, Rob, okay?
He's 0 a few times, and then he asked, "Are you happy?" He put that in all caps, so I don't think he was very happy with you. But
I'm happy. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy with Tannen in our lives. He makes us feel better about life.
It's true. Because he's like that around.
He's just gas. So
unfortunately, I'm not happy about this hand.
I'm not happy either.
It's a couple burn spells and then nothing. So
yeah, I'm just like pathing you, and I don't even have 2 lands. So that was not great. All right, let's shuffle up. You got any questions for us now?
Histeus wants to know how long a beginning of a podcast should be before you begin talking about your actual topic.
At least 45 minutes.
Really? That's the length of the Bash Bros pod. I don't know if he's daggering which one of us, because I'm sure
a bit of both.
Just knowing you as a person, I can imagine your chatting section of your podcast to be quite extensive. And also, we talk about absolute garbage over at the Bash Bros podcast. So.
Well, last week's episode of the Pioneer Cast went about, I think it was 38 minutes before we started talking about Magic.
Nice. Impressive.
And at the 20-minute mark, I said, okay, we got to stop and get into this. And then we still went 18 more minutes after.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
Tannen said where his trophies would go. It's covered in pictures of my beautiful family on the mantle in the house that I own.
Oh, nice. He's got us there.
That's a pretty good comeback.
That was pretty good. Hey, Rob.
Yeah.
You're supposed to cut those comments out, okay? That makes us look bad. Come on, man.
It's literally your job.
Yeah.
Look, I give Tannen enough about not having any trophies. Use exclamation point Tannen in the chat to get a summary of his SCG Open career. But gotta give it back.
Let's get a command for Corey and Ross that says exclamation point Corey Ross does not own home.
More trophies than Tannen.
White male, no kids.
Lives alone eating cans of beans.
Yeah, there you go. But trophies.
Yes. Yeah, it's a trade-off.
Yeah.
Oh my God. How does anyone win with this deck?
You were just saying how much I love the matchup from this side. I'm like, all right, I'm going to put this at the bottom. This card is bad. Hey, my hand is not good either. I don't expect this hand to win some games of Magic, but
I can't keep this hand.
You can just go to 5.
Yeah.
Sweet. 5. All right, chat. Let's get some 4 chats going in. And also let's get another question. Have you got it?
Yeah, I do.
Sweet.
F2P Engineer, I assume that's free to play engineer.
Okay.
Was asking, do you think that the Yawgmoth deck that
Wait, are we saying that he's an engineer that is free to pay? So that he will do engineer work for free? Because if so,
maybe they'll give us an answer for that. I guess we'll find out.
Okay. Sorry to interrupt you.
But the deck that Aaron Barrich played to an open win, do you think that Yawgmoth death is still playable, something that people might look to play this weekend? Or is it just kind of because the surprise is gone, it's not as good?
Next question. I'm still sore about that. No, I think, of course, that deck got a lot better. But one thing I will say is Aaron Barrich is an amazing player, if not one of the best players on the SCG Tour. So if you're going to play that deck, don't just pick it up and expect to do as well as she did, because that is a tough deck to play. But the deck only got help with the banning of Opal and Oko, even Lattice, I guess, now that I think about it. So that deck only got better. I think that'll be very minimally represented, because Amulet's probably pretty good against it, I would imagine.
Yeah, I would kind of think so, but you do have a nice combo.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can race. It's weird to me that I haven't really seen anyone else pick the deck up.
Me neither.
Wins a tournament, comes out of nowhere, and everyone's like, yeah, whatever. And they just go back to ignoring it. It's kind of a weird deck.
Yeah.
People don't pick up decks like that much as if Jund won a tournament, you would see a million Jund decks the next year. Everybody loves Jund.
One thing I will say is we had a banning that happened, so everybody just reevaluates that this is a new format and then starts to explore different stuff and maybe forgot that was an open won by a really cool deck,
Yeah. I'll be interested to see what it does this weekend.
Yeah.
This is the weekend where it's going to sort of show if it's a fluke or not if people are playing.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I got out of the modern seat, because I'm afraid of Aaron Barrich, and I know she's going to be running it back. So I'll stay in standard where, I'm safe from Yagama.
Smart.
Thank you.
Okay, I have a keepable hand on 5 here. We're just going to get rid of redundant copies of cards, I think.
All right.
And I will start on a Swift Spear, going to 19 from the Canyon. I'll play a Bauble, trigger Prowess, get in for 2.
18 to 19.
18 to 19, and then I will pass it on your upkeep. I'll take a peek at that card. Just what we were talking about.
The bee's knees.
Indubitably.
Okay. I think we're just going to start with a Astrolabe.
Yep.
One of my favorite cards of all time, and I'll pass to you.
Upkeep, draw from Bauble.
Sure.
Draw for turn.
Sure.
How do I want to play this?
Just scoop them up. Just give up.
No hope of beating an Astrolabe, right?
No, you can't. I mean, Plains into Astrolabe? Name a more iconic duo. Let's go.
I'm going to take the risky line.
Okay.
Swift Spear, attack for 2.
Okay.
I'm on 5 cards. Think I need to take some risks.
16.
I'll go to 18 and play light up the stage. All reforce and negationing?
Maybe. You got how many cards?
1.
That is 2 cards for 2 magic cards. Let's do it. Let's get Jace out of there. It's not a good card in this matchup.
Definitely not. I'm very sad to see that get forced.
Yeah. All right. Well. Very close decision on what to play here. I think I am just going to say go. Lava Dart check. I mean, I don't have a Quaddle. Okay.
Sack the Canyon.
Yep.
Deck.
I will play a Quaddle.
Trigger on the stack.
Yep.
Bolt it.
Bolt it. Okay.
Take 4.
We'll take that. Okay,
You're
so
at 12.
take 4 down to 12.
You're up.
All right. Going to cast this.
Yep.
Believe I'm going to go get a card called Batter Skull. Seems like the thing to be doing. I just want to double check my deck just to make sure I know exactly what's in it. Okay. We're going to get this, and then I'm going to play a snow-covered island and say go.
Attack.
I'll block.
So you have a path.
No, I just don't believe you. I think you got 2 mountains in hand. I got you, didn't I?
17 land deck.
I saw it in your soul. I also have a path, but
Yeah, obviously. I'm just very dead.
You are dead. Like, you're not beating Batter Skull here. Oh, and I probably made a mistake playing the snow-covered plains because I forgot about Mystic Sanctuary deck. So,
yeah.
But luckily, I guess just playing this is still pretty good.
Yeah, just a mulligan to 5, group 5 lands.
Yeah,
You're not winning games like that.
you lightning bolted Quaddle. That's usually not ideal. That's definitely a 2-for-1 that I would take most of the time, unless it's killing me on the spot. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
No, you'll definitely take that exchange as opposed to the lava dart.
yeah. All right, but I will also take a question before we head to sideboarding.
I'm just playing out game 1.
Yeah, that was pretty quick. We can just play another one. That wasn't a very good testament of a game 1, so.
No.
Plus, we got a good amount of time. We might be able to stretch to a best of 5. This is a pretty fast one.
Or do y'all think that Once Upon a Time is going to be banned because Amulet will overperform? From Kyle V MTG.
I don't think Once Upon a Time will be banned because of that reason. I think it might be banned because the decks that are beating Amulet are also Once Upon a Time decks.
Yeah.
I think Creature Combo is one of the best things against them. And then like Prowess is kind of up there. Storm maybe, but I think we're going to eventually see a lot of Once Upon a Time. And if anything, that would get it banned, the Ubiquity. I'm not confident that Amulet is going to be this unstoppable monster.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I got a hot take here, y'all, and I don't think Amulet is busted. I think it is a good deck. It's tier 1. It's always going to be there, but I think it's good for a format. It keeps stuff in check, but honestly, thinking of decks that I want to build, there's 3 decks or whatever I consider because they also have good matchup against Amulet. Like, if you know how to play against Amulet, I'm not that afraid of the deck,
Is the problem that Matthew Dilks is busted?
Hey, I'm lifetime 2-1 against Dilks in Modern on this, so
But he still has the best quote I've ever heard on the SCG Tour.
And he beat me the only time we played in the top 8. Yeah. For anybody who doesn't know what Rob's referring to, I sat down against Dilks, Magish, and William Pulliam with me, Daryl, and Pete in the top 4. One of these last opens, I forgot. And then I sit down, I'm playing Dilks, I look at his list, and I'm like, okay. This seems like a pretty stock list. And he is just like looking at my list or something and like chilling, he just like put it down, he's like, I'm the one who makes the stock. And I'm like, whoa. And I'm like, and all I could picture from that is the Breaking Bad scene where he's talking to his wife, and she's like, oh, well, do we gotta be afraid? And he's like, no. I am the one who knocks. Like, we don't have to be afraid here. So I just pictured him saying that in Breaking Bad context, saying, I am the one who stalks. And every time I just can't stop laughing. It's so funny.
You missed the most important part of the story.
Yeah.
Is that he clowned you 2-0, right?
Oh, clown me 2-0. Yeah, clown me 2-0, but I clowned him 2-0 in the Swiss of that tournament. And then in the individual Modern the next week, and I got my revenge. So it's Dilks' turn now. We've been going every other.
Okay. Well, I have taken a mulligan already since I've run another 4-lane hand.
Good.
And do I have to keep this?
That's a question for Ryan Overturf.
Ryan, how have you ever won a game with this deck? I've yet to look at a functional hand.
Everybody tag him on Twitter. Ask him how he wins games with this deck.
And if you're mad about the deck, you know who to tag.
I'll keep this.
All right, let's do it.
Crash through.
Wait, whoa. I have forces.
You're going to force a negation to crash through.
That resolves.
Yeah. You're up. I just get Scrybugged. Nope.
Go.
That's not even the same thing.
Motobug.
Spike you.
I'll take it. 17.
You're up.
I'll go to 16. All right, let's see what kind of land I have in here. Do we have a temple garden? I would hope so.
Yeah, you've got like one of each shock, I believe.
God. This deck's unbeatable. How do people lose with this deck? Just how?
Free-to-play engineers thing. I can't believe Shaheen would have done this to Ross.
Go. Yeah, why? How dare Shaheen put you through this?
Spike you.
I'll take it. 13.
You're up.
Waddle.
I like the 2 different arts of Lava Spike.
Yeah.
That was you, wasn't it?
I mean, don't blame me for it.
Oh, okay. I'll attack.
19.
I'll cast a Teferi. Time
In response,
Raveler.
Bolt you.
Got me.
You're at 10.
10. All right. Let's tick up. Go.
Bolt you.
You're getting there. Okay.
7.
7.
Slash you.
5. This is starting to get scary.
Dart you.
Oh, God. All right, I'm getting rid of that one. I want that exiled. Let's also get rid of Snapcaster Mage.
Go.
Okay. All right, that wasn't great. I'll attack.
18.
I will bounce. I mean, you got me at a precarious life total here. This is not great.
I'm just hoping for Bedlam Reveler.
Ooh, I'm going to try to make sure that doesn't happen. I'm going to tick up.
What is that land? That's a Field of Ruin? What,
yeah.
what kind of nonsense Fields of Ruin you got us playing?
That got reprinted in this set.
In this set?
Yeah.
What is going on?
Hey, that's a great art, Ross. Come on.
All right, I got to think this out.
I hate having cards with different arts. I just want every card to have one piece of art so I know what it is.
I appreciate art. I don't
Okay.
know.
Yeah, I like
So-
the art to be good, but when each card has 7 different printings,
Or like when your lava dart looks
Yeah.
like your new lava spike art.
yeah,
So-
I've got to worry about that matching. It just
So I wanted to talk this out because I think this is really interesting. Like, I do not want this card to hit, but if there's like a Reveler underneath, I think it's really troublesome. So I think this is a close give it to him. And yeah, your turn. The look of death I just received for that.
I was like, guys, I'm probably drawing a bolt here or something like that.
Yeah.
It's a mountain. It's a mountain. Your turn. Okay? I don't even need it. I don't
Okay.
need that mountain.
Okay, I'll tick up. I'll tick up. All right, now this one's a close one.
Everybody got it?
I'm gonna put that at the bottom, or whatever it goes.
Yeah, it goes to the
All
bottom.
right. Go. Bobble. Okay.
You're up.
All right. I'm going to. Oh, that was funny. Quaddle. I'm going to sack this down to 4.
Yep.
Let's get one of these duels tapped. I guess I could get a Mystic Sanctuary. That's probably
Sanctuary
good.
would enter tapped.
Why? I have 2, right?
You need 3.
Oh, you're right. Yep. Okay. So we'll get a duel.
All that time playing Simic Urza and forgot how Mystic Sanctuary works.
Teamer Urza. Okay. Thank you very much.
Sorry.
Thank you very much. Untap. Ooh. We're going to... Now it doesn't kind of pay as much, so I think I'm going to brainstorm. 1, 2, 3. We'll get these Supreme Verdicts out of here. I guess I can't really manipulate my deck very much. We'll go with a Astrolabe, draw,
Great comment from chat.
attack.
Millie Miltanks said, Ross, so much salt, he could melt a glacier.
Yeah, that's about right.
17. They're
Yep.
doing a pretty good job of that themselves.
Your turn.
Bobble you.
What you got?
Upkeep, draw.
Okay.
Draw, step, draw.
Sure.
Soul Scar Mage.
Oh, and do you have another mountain in play?
Mm.
Don't you have
No,
another
it's over
mountain?
there.
Oh, okay, I'll mana link it then.
Bedlam Reveler.
All right, mana link that too.
You're
Done?
You're up.
Okay. I will draw. I will brainstorm. Let's try not to brainstorm lock myself, but I guess. Oh, no, never mind. All right, we'll put these on top. I will take 2.
You're 2.
I'll attack.
16.
16.
This seems aggressive.
You think so? Yeah, I'm gonna Mystic, get a Batter Skull, and then I'll pass to you.
Crash through.
That resolves.
Mountain.
That also resolves.
You're up.
I will play Quaddle, draw, untap, draw. I will play Euro, sacrifice, go to 5, draw. I'm at 5. I will play. I won't put a land in. I'll take 2 down to 3. I will look at the top. I will give you that. And then I will attack for 1. Your turn. I will counter and draw a magic card.
We'll be back with sideboarding just after this. Welcome back to Versus Live, where we are sideboarding in our last match between Mono Red Prowess and Bant Snowblade. On my side, bringing in a few more things that effectively deal with the threats out of Corey's deck. Dismember helps me hit these core Firewalkers. Can also hit the Germ token equipped with a Batter Skull, which is nice. A Braid tags Batter Skull along with dealing with Stoneforge Mystic and the like. So I just want to play a little bit more of a grindy game, which Mono Red Prowess is surprisingly capable of doing because of the power of light of the stage and Bedlam Reveler.
Yeah, Reveler's insane.
And then we're just trimming some of our worst burn spells. Wild Slash is just the worst card in the entire main deck. Lava Spike doesn't kill creatures and only goes upstairs. We want to be less of that linear deck, more interactive. So Spike is the burn spell that comes out.
Well, you got me down to 2 with these.
2 is not 0.
Okay, from my end, we're bringing cards that have the word red or life in them, and we're either gaining life with timely reinforcements, Batter Skull, or Core Firewalker is probably the best thing I can be doing on turn 2 to not only block Prowess creatures, but also gain a little bit of life. Jace is really bad in this matchup. Oko is really what I want, but no Oko. I'll have to settle for just getting rid of all these Planeswalkers. All of them are pretty bad against hyper-aggressive red decks, as well as I don't know when I really want you to discard a card with Sword. So it is very important to note from this deck, though, you always want to have at least 2 equipments, because naturally drawing one and then all your Mystics just don't do anything when they come into play feels a little bad. So make sure you always have 2. That's why there's a 3rd in the board in case you want to side out Sword in any matchup. I feel this is the only one that you truly do. Anything where the life gain is really important. So.
You can go down to 1, but then you want to trim on Stoneforge as well.
Yeah,
like,
probably.
I've gone down to like 2 Stoneforge, 1 equipment before.
Just when they're not very good.
Yeah.
I could see that. I haven't really played much Stoneforge, I have to say.
Back in the days of Maverick, when I was playing that deck, everybody played Stoneforge Mystic in that deck, and it was really bad for me because I didn't like drawing the equipment other than GT.
Yeah.
So I eventually went to just 3 GTs, like no Stoneforge. I was like, oh, let's draw the GT naturally. And then I kind of reasoned that like the first Stoneforge Mystic is better than the 3rd GT.
Yeah.
Like, kind of similar. You get a little card advantage. And I ended up putting a Sword of Body in Mind in my sideboard because I didn't like GT against Miracles, but I didn't have enough space to bring out all 3 and the Stoneforge Mystic.
Yeah.
So I just made one of my anti-Miracles cards, this sword that like forced them to Terminus and left other bodies around in case they had Path.
Sure.
And was surprisingly good in the matchup. But.
Oh, GT. I remember attacking with that in Standard. It's like that card was such overpowered, kind of bad design card. Like, I don't think they thought it was going to be as good, but that card was disgusting.
And because of the way the legend rule worked, everybody just figured out that GT was the best answer to GT.
Yeah, you just play GT because it used the legend rule for anybody who's not normal, not used to these kind of weird rules. Is if you used to have a legend like GT, I would play a legend. They would legend rule. There could only be 1 on the table. I think that rule to allow 1 on each side is very good.
Well, that was the second legend rule with Kamgao where they would both die.
Yeah.
The legend rule in the way beginning was literally once 1 entered, the other one didn't even enter the play. It just went to the graveyards.
Really?
Yeah. So with like the old in like Tolarian Academy mirrors, just being on the play and playing turn 1 Academy basically ended the game.
Okay, because you just can't play.
Yeah, the person just couldn't.
Wow, that seems bad. There's also Mana Burn, and that was such a feel bad ability around the time of GT. All right, what do we got?
I have a keepable 7-card hand, so can we get some applause in the chat?
No. I'll try mine as well. It's nothing to write home about.
Okay. But I've got a Soul Scar Mage.
Okay.
You're up.
All right. I have a Astrolabe, draw, Mox Opal. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, Manamorphose, make red.
Okay. How many am I taking? 1 million?
Lava Spike you, red floating.
I'll take it.
This was Bob.
17.
Attack for 4. So you're 13.
13, yep.
You're up.
All right.
Upkeep.
Oh,
let me see it.
It's an Astrolabe.
Yep.
Okay, well, I think we're just going to play that. Draw a magic card and play a land and say go.
Upkeep, draw from Bauble.
Sure.
Draw for turn.
Sure.
Sunbaked Canyon.
Okay.
Swift Spear.
Okay.
Bauble.
Okay.
I'm going to bauble myself because if it's another bauble, I'll just crack the canyon now.
Makes sense.
It is not. I will attack for 4.
No blocks?
Take 4.
Yeah, before damage. I'll path the Swift Spear. How much you want that card?
Yeah, so now that...
The Soul Scar Mage doesn't have haste, right?
I just played Swift Spear. I played Soul Scar turn 1.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep, he did.
Yeah, so do I really want this card? I don't think it's good enough at this point. I'm only going to get in 2 damage this turn, get Corey to 11. I think I really just want to dig towards Reveler. We're taking out the Soul Scar, I assume.
Yeah, yep. Since they're the same card, Soul Scar does a little bit something more, but...
Yep.
Okay.
So you can go, and I will draw on your upkeep.
Okay. All right. I think we have a pretty scripted turn here. We're gonna play another Astrolabe, and we're gonna play a land, and we're gonna pass to you.
Hey, on your end step, I'll crack the canyon.
Okay.
Attack you for 1.
I'm gonna attempt to play a Quaddle.
I will.
I'll block. Block,
trigger on
block,
a
block,
stack,
block, block,
I will
block.
Dismember the koala.
Ooh, that's value.
Brings me to 16.
Okay, so I'm gonna draw.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is dead.
Take 2.
Yep,
So you're at
9.
And I will pass the turn.
Okay, we're gonna untap here. Great draw. Land, and I think we just have to play this right now. We're getting a little close. Funnel white, timely. I don't know if there's skull cracks or stuff, but that would be bad.
Yeah, that's fine.
White soldiers. Okay, we get some Aaron
15.
Barrich in here. Yeah, go to 15 and pass to you.
Oh, wait. On your end step.
Yep.
Bolt you.
12.
Could have bolted my own Swift Spear. That seems
To prevent tokens, that seems pretty bad.
loosey-goosey.
Yeah.
Perfect. Play a Bedlam Reveler.
Yep.
Fortunately, I drew the second one.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Pass the turn.
Okay, we're gonna sack. We're gonna go to 11 to 16, right?
Yep.
Suppose we want to get something with. It doesn't matter. Our mana base is perfect. All right, I guess we'll go like this. Get a duel out of there. Now, would you like to cut?
You're good.
Okay. I'll untap. Now, I think I want to get this going. Play Euro. Draw, gain some life.
14.
All right, so 14. The land I'll play off Euro. I'll play this, and then I'll play my land for the turn. And pass to you.
It's a pretty good draw.
Row.
Crash through.
That was a pretty good draw. Okay.
Lava Dart, a token.
In response.
Brings you to 13.
Yep. I will. Sanctuary. Put a timely on top. And I will Quaddle.
Sure.
And force pitching this. Just Lava Dart is that important that getting that extra value.
Bobble.
Yep.
Bobble you. Attack for 4.
It's a 3/4?
So 4/5.
4/5. Okay.
Crash through Lava Dart. Bobble.
I'll block with everything.
I'll put the Coatl first, and
Okay.
I'll assign 1/1/2.
1/1/2. Smart.
This will prevent the timely from getting creatures if
Yep.
Porter wants to cast it next turn. I'll pass.
Okay.
Still horrifically far
Attack.
behind with 0 chance of winning.
That's the spirit. let's do this. Let's leave this or path. Let's leave path. Doesn't matter how we tap. Gotta do this twice. Okay, so gain 3, go to 16.
16 all.
Draw. Then I will Stoneforge Mystic. I will search for a Bata Skull. I will play a land, and I will say go.
Got him now.
Dang it! Do I have? Okay, there we go. Rob, can you do me a solid?
Yes.
How many sanctuaries do I have in this list?
2.
There is 2? Okay. Why did I not see one? Okay, I'm just blind. All right.
Makes sense.
Makes sense. Then we'll play this and pass to you.
So I've got a 4/5 Bedlam Reveler.
You've been crashed through?
Yep.
Okay.
I don't know. Nothing I do is going to matter. I have a lightning bolt and just 7 land.
Yeah.
You have Euro attacking.
Yeah, I just have double batter skulls coming down. Well, the life gain was pretty effective.
Yeah. So we got time for probably one more game. Will give me a chance to maybe take one here.
Yep.
I'm going to make a change. I think I need to be real in on removing creatures.
Okay.
So I'm just going to cut all the lava spikes and leave in the slashes.
Okay. Yeah, I think having to deal 3 upstairs and not being able to kill Mystic seems really... Or Quaddle.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Makes sense to me. While he's doing that, you got any questions for us there, Rob?
I do. So you talked in the past about how you don't like making deck choices in Modern, like on a very narrow metagame, because Modern is a very wide format.
Yeah.
This Bant Snowblade deck is playing 1 Steam Vents to splash Blood Moon in the sideboard.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously that is right now for the Amulet matchups. How do you feel about doing that in this deck?
I love it. Hey, anybody who has seen my Modern deck list for the last 2 weeks, we were playing, Simic Urza with splash 3 Blood Moons in the board. I think, I think Amulet really demands that you have answers for it. And Blood Moon still is one of the best, if not the best, answers to it. You also have Astrolabes and a bunch of Sacklands. So honestly, you can splash for whatever you want. This is our sideboard. And this looks kind of off to people, but it's like you have so many ways to cast this. It's outrageous.
This is very good.
It's very close to perfect. So
we've been against making wholesale deck decisions based on a narrow metagame.
Yeah.
But tuning your deck based on the metagame is exactly what you want to be doing.
Yeah.
So like that kind of thing, where in a deck that has Astrolabe and a million basics, splashing a couple off-color cards in the sideboard with 1 dual land at that cost to have the best possible card in the format against what is likely to be the most popular deck on the weekend.
Yeah.
That's
just good deck building. Yeah.
That's just good deck building.
That's just good deck building. But really so going back on what you said there, Rob, or the question that was asked, not wanting to pick a deck based on a narrowed metagame is a reason why I don't want to play mono or blue-white control. Like that preys on a very, specific metagame. In Pioneer, in Modern, whatever. That's just philosophy when it comes to these kind of control decks. Like, you don't know what to prepare for. But playing a good deck and just having these really narrow sideboard cards, especially in Modern, is exactly what you should be doing, especially against the deck that, let's get real, we all know people are going to be playing this. This is not a secret, so...
That doesn't mean you go putting Blood Moon in every single deck sideboard, but this deck splashes it at such a low cost. Like 1 shock land and Blood Moon works well in the deck anyway. I would probably bring in Blood Moon against Infect.
Oh, you do? Yeah.
It's awkward path, but
yeah,
dealing with Inkmoth Nexus and Pendlehaven is really nice, though.
Exactly. Yep. And
setting them off blue mana. Sometimes.
Anything with Astrolabe and Sacklands, I think Blood Moon should be in your sideboard. I don't care what deck you are. Do it.
Okay.
All right. Good question, though, Rob.
I will be on the play with.
This is your time to shine.
It's a hand.
Okay, I'll keep mine as well.
Soul Scar Mage.
All right.
You're up.
Okay, I have a Astrolabe. Your turn.
Crash through.
Okay.
Mishra's Bauble.
Bobble me.
Attack for 2.
Or 3, right?
So, yeah, 3. You're at 17.
17.
I'm going to Bauble you now. And then I'll pass the turn and draw on your upkeep.
Okay.
Ross, how do you feel about Mishra's Bobble in Prowess?
I am a fan. I think that, 0 mana spell is just really good at giving you those explosive draws. It's a little awkward with Bedlam Reveler, but you're still fine there.
Yeah,
so.
I'm a little more skeptical of it, but I do think it's reasonable.
Attack for 1.
I'll play Quaddle.
Trigger on the stack, I'll dart it.
Okay, this time it is going to work.
Oh my god, it happened.
No blocks, no.
Take 2, please.
All right, 15.
You're up.
All right. I will crack
14.
down to 14, hopefully going back up to 20. I'll get another Snowland since my mana base is pretty close to perfect here. Let me double check that. Yeah, that's fine. Then I'll cast Timely. Yep. All right, 20. Get 3 tokens and pass to you. That was a timely.
Attack.
I'll triple block. Want to force your action.
Slash a token.
Okay. Damage.
Yep.
Okay.
You're up.
All right, we got 20 to 20.
Yep.
All right. I will take 2. Go to 18.
Sure.
I will attempt to cast Timely Reinforcements.
God.
This time a bolt to your face or whatever actually saves you some life. But
I should have dealt myself a damage of this canyon last turn.
That's what I was thinking as well.
Did not think about the second timely. So do I want to canyon and lava dart myself and throw away a land and then not really have a good way to get through the tokens? No, I can't do that.
And you'd have to lava dart yourself, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, or you'd lava dart this, I guess.
You're 24.
24, 3 tokens. Okay, your turn.
Attack.
I'll triple block.
Lava dart a token.
Token is lava darted. And then I'll path this.
You're up.
Okay. All right. Land. Beatdowns.
18.
Your turn. The beatdowns. The B in Aaron's last name doesn't stand for Barrich. It's Aaron Beatdowns.
Makes sense. I'll sack this canyon.
Okay.
Now that I have 3 other lands, it feels fine.
Okay.
Metamorphose.
Sure.
Make red.
Okay.
Crash through, red floating.
You got it.
Light up the stage.
For full value, huh?
Here's what I should do. I should lava dart you.
Okay.
You take 1, go to 23.
23.
Light up the stage, still, and play my land drop.
Yep.
Classic.
Hey, at least you didn't play the land first.
You're
a
up.
dead card.
Don't worry, I've got plenty of dead cards.
End step, bounce, draw card.
Abrade the Astrolabe.
Got me. We were trying to get a little cute. I suppose maybe we didn't have to do that. Oh, well, that's all right. Top decked our way out of it. Should have 16.
Stoneforge Mystic.
Stoneforge Mystic.
Classic.
Your go.
Crash through.
Sure.
Swift Spirit.
Swift Spirit. How many? You got a ton of stuff?
Don't know what, yeah.
Spells. Like Reveler costs 2, basically, is what I'm asking.
I have 8 spells.
Okay, that resolves.
Bedlam Reveler.
All right, that does not resolve.
You're up.
All right. Untap. Go.
Bedlam Reveler.
For 2 mana, huh? That resolves.
Discard Mountain Bedlam Reveler.
Okay. I should have let the first one resolve.
Swift Spear.
Sure.
Bauble.
Sure.
Dart a token.
How large are these now?
They're going to be 3s.
They're going to be up to 3s?
Yep.
Okay, dart's dead. So they're 3/4s, huh?
Yep.
You got any other darts in there?
Nope.
All right. It's kind of awkward. All right, we'll flash in Batterskull.
Yep.
Get BBD the Germ, and we'll double block
Hold
one
on.
of them. Oh, okay.
Before blocks, I'll dismember the germ.
Okay. I'll mana leak that.
Now they're 4/5s.
Now they're 4/5s. I will still double block one.
Yeah, trade with the germ token.
Go even on life.
Yep.
Done?
Bobble you.
Okay. Oh! Hello! Your go. Your go. Losing the Astrolabe here is quite annoying. I kind of didn't really care about my mana base. I'm like, there's no way you're going to destroy that. I'm at 23, huh?
Yep.
All right, I'll take it.
20.
Got me down to 20.
You're up.
All right, I'll flash this in. Get a germ. I'll return this. All right.
Bunch of bolts.
Yeah, so are you going to be playing Mono Red Prowess in Modern? Ever?
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I watch Ryan stream quite a bit.
And he dominates?
And like he crushes people and like even wins like long games.
Yeah.
And like I just drew 3 Bedlam Revelers and I'm dead.
Yeah.
Oh, Mulligan 5, I'm dead.
Yeah.
You just have such little control of your draws. Many of your draws are so anemic, especially like one piece of disruption, and it really breaks up your draws.
And my deck has a lot of disruption, life gain. Maybe this is just a really bad matchup.
Yeah.
It felt good from my end, but also, like you said, Lava Dart for Quaddles and, a bunch of shocks and stuff for Stone Forges. But you got to play the creatures first, and then if I have a path to break it up, when you just have like, okay, I have one good prowess creature, and then I'm going to destroy everything, and I just have a path, you're like, oh, I lose.
Yeah, and it's not like your path is ramping me into some big powerful play. Like,
yeah, Reveler is great. It's a great magic card, but it can also be countered, and I leave in my counter magic. I don't know. That's correct. It's got to be correct because I have so many blue planeswalkers that are heinous.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So yeah, matchup did not feel good at all.
No, it didn't.
This deck seems like it's very obviously tuned for big mana decks, and that should help you quite a bit.
We'll look at the big mana plan here. That's quite a good sideboard. This is about the equivalent of stuff that I had in Temur Urza when we played that. That's about how many cards. I guess we did have 3 Blood Moons, and but
this feels like a deck that on the surface would be pretty poor against big mana, but very good against the decks people will play to try to beat big mana.
Yeah.
So if you build this deck with a great sideboard for the big mana matchup, that's a place to be. That's a place to be.
And straight up, you still have counter magic. So, like, if they don't get those caverns, it's not that scary. They have the Field of the Dead, which are scary because just having to Supreme Verdict.
That's one reason sort of Feast and Famine is really important because it helps you get through those zombie tokens.
Yeah, and that's why that's in the main deck. We sided it out here because obviously it's basically has no text against a Prowess deck. But yeah, it looked impressive. I wouldn't fault anyone for playing this deck. It was already like one of the best decks, pre-ban. Losing Oko was their only hit. But, Urza is going to be less of the metagame. And I considered Urza when I played Urza, I was happy to play against this, but not thinking like, oh, I dominate this deck. I was mostly happy to play against it because the games were always insanely awesome, and it was super close, but I still felt favored. Yeah.
Okay. We've got a little bit of time if you want to take a question. While
Let's take all your questions. Yeah, thanks, bud. Let's take all the questions you got there if you got some good ones.
Do you think that you could play a blue-red through the breach deck right now? Does Remand seem good against these bigger decks?
So Aspiring Spike has actually been playing an Is It Breach deck on his stream recently and been really liking it.
Underworld Breach or through the breach?
Through the breach.
Okay.
He does not play Remand. He actually plays the Blue Omen. As a way to dig through his deck. He said he's been liking that quite a bit. He does have some good disruption.
I mean, it's close to Preordain, right? And that card got banned. Yeah. You know, it's close power level.
So yeah, he's been liking it. I mean, Through the Breach Emrakul is very good against big mana decks. And you're good at stalling them by a turn or two to buy the time to turn 5 it. So that's a good plan. It's definitely a deck that can play Blood Moon and other things like that out of the sideboard.
Yeah.
You know,
I bet it gets wrecked by this. Or maybe even by that. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, all your removal spells are pretty bad, right? It's hard for you to tap out once you get into the mid game. So you got to play a kind of different game plan. I think it'll really depend on how good your sideboard is in the matchup. But I would generally want to take this side of it when you have Mana Leaks and Cryptics in the main.
Yeah.
But it's by no means, a cakewalk. So that's an interesting kind of tier 2 strategy that you might want to play. It just kind of falls for me in that range of like, this deck is just going to like lose to the field a bit. It's a little underpowered. You're going to lose games to yourself where you just like draw 2 Through the Breaches and 0 Emrakuls, or 2 Emrakuls and 0 Through the Breaches.
That's kind of what we were saying. Like building a deck that targets what we think is going to be the best deck. It's still modern. 20% as the top deck, we think it's still probably on the high end. Don't you think? Like I think it'll be crazy if it's 20%, but I wouldn't be insanely shocked. But modern's huge.
If that's a deck that really appeals to you, I think it is reasonable to play it now. But it's by no means like this, wow, like this is a deck that you should be playing. That we're gonna recommend it if your only goal is to really win the tournament. But definitely like it's. There's plenty of decks like that in Modern where they're on the fringe, and the best case scenario for them when they get a really favorable metagame is like, okay, yeah, you can play them, you can win with them. Maybe somebody will top 8 with it somewhere, and then it'll fall back down. So that deck's in that space.
Love it. Got another one, Rob?
Yeah, Physical Tuna wanted to know, do you think that Thassa's Intervention is playable in the Modern format?
No, I don't think it's playable in Standard.
Wow, you're way down on that card.
I think it's bad.
People are playing quite a bit of it in Pioneer, and the Azorius control deck.
That's the 2 blue XX or X counter, or like I think it's specifically good in Team of Rec and Standard because like being able to go Reclamation and then it's either Chemist's Insight or a counter spell.
It's like Supreme Will that scales, right?
Yeah, basically. And I think it's great in that deck, or it's definitely a playable Magic card in that deck where I think it's better than Chemist's Insight. But like people were talking about like my blue-white list, like play that card there. I think it's horrible.
Yeah, you're a tap-out deck.
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, Pioneer, maybe it's a little bit different, but I think that card is a bad Magic card.
They don't tap out as often in the Pioneer Azorius control list.
Yeah.
So, and generally you see them playing like a Glimmer of Genius or 2 or something, a card of that ilk.
Yeah.
And that basically what I've seen from the list is they like cut that, maybe trim and absorb, and play 2 Thassa's Intervention.
Yeah.
Because it can play both.
It is a 3-mana counter spell most of the time. Like 3 mana, 4 spike. Still does not appeal to me, but drawing the cards is big. But Pioneer is also fast, so I don't think it's a good card. But
it's not just 4 spike; it does double whatever.
It's 3 mana. At 3 mana, it counters unless they pay 2.
But at 3 mana, it's a 4 spike, right? Isn't 4 spike? Oh wait, 4 spike is
counter unless they pay 1.
For some reason, I thought 4 spike was counter unless you pay 2.
It's a quench.
Quench. It's a quench at 3 mana.
It's a 3 mana quench. At 4 mana is when it starts being like it's pretty close to a counter spell, and it's just a draw 2. So it just gives you a bit of a split card that scales really well in the late game. Obviously, if you're casting that card for like X equals 4, and you're looking at the top 4 and getting 2 of them, like that's better than Glimmer of Genius because you get to see all 4 at the beginning and they all go to the bottom.
But is it better than Dig Through Time? Is it better than Gear Hulk bringing back an instant? So,
but it gives you that ability to also counter their spell on turn 3. So I think And I said this during previous season, I think that's the kind of card that you play in very small numbers, one or two copies, to round out your removal suite and your card draw suite.
I like
and because
that.
it plays both roles, it adds just a little bit of extra consistency. And here, it also adds a little bit of late game punch.
Yeah, whenever you're at like 58 cards and you're like, I really don't know if I want a card draw spell or I want a counter spell, I want removal or whatever, that is the kind of card where you're like, well, this kind of serves multiple roles. It's a card I can take out a lot, in sideboarding when you're not sure what to take out, So I can see that. Not a fan, but I can see applications.
That's what those kind of cards do. You never want to play modal spells in really high numbers because they're inefficient and they end up making your deck inefficient. But they're really good at rounding you out and giving you that extra bit of consistency. Because oftentimes, whenever we're building a Magic deck, we're dealing with, adding everything in increments of 1/60 or 1/75. So that's as refined as you can ever get to, a theoretical perfect.
Sure.
And obviously, that's a finite number of options in a world where, the technical ideal is for you to have maybe 14.213785, like some weird decimal.
Oh, I often need that exact percentage in my decks. If I don't have anything above 14.6384, I am not playing the deck. Plain and simple.
Those kind of cards can help you get closer to that, theory. Granted, it's impossible to actually determine what that number is. But you get an intuition that, over time, down to the point where you're like, I really want half a counterspell and half a card draw spell here instead of one of each. And that's what these are.
That just shows how great of a game Magic is. That it comes into consideration where you're like, I want a card in this spot, but I want it to be 2 cards. What card is a medium roll for both that I can bring in and kind of get that both rolls? But that's why we play this game. It's so complex and it's so great.
It shows how advanced and refined our deck building has become in 25 years.
Us
right?
specifically.
Yeah, so the two of us. Yes. We're the ones who've come up with this. Every piece of Magic theory you've ever read is literally one of the two of us.
Yep, 100%. So on that note, let's take one more question and we'll head on out of it.
Do you think that Shadow is still a deck people can look to play in this format? And would you play Grixis or would you play a more Jund or 4-color version?
Yes, and I don't know. That's kind of a bad answer. I'm really unsure.
All the Shadow people are super high on Jund because they really like nurturing peatland.
Yeah.
But I just can't get away from having Stubborn Denial. Maybe you can figure out a 4-color list because I like Stub quite a bit against Amulet, countering Pacts.
Yeah.
But those decks are fine.
Yeah, I still think Death Shadow is an awesome deck, and with Oko gone, it's getting better.
That does help.
And I think Death Shadow has a good Amulet matchup. I really do. I think it is close, and it's worse now that they have Field of the Dead. But give me some Temur Battle Rages and Death Shadow and a bunch of hand disruption spells. It's hard to have a bad matchup against a lot of decks. So I think it's viable, and I would not fault anyone for playing it.
Okay. Yeah. Let's thank some subs, and then we will wrap this show.
Let's do it.
All right, we got 3 subs today.
Woo!
Medic 222 for 14 months.
I thought you said 3 subs. Now you're saying 2 all the time. Come on, Rob.
Dark Nim subscribed with Prime and Official Mike TV with Prime. So thank you very much to all of our subs.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much to those subs, and thank you so much for watching our pretty fun Richmond preview going into this. We went 1-1.
Very swingy. 3-0, 3-0 both ways.
I think before SCG Philadelphia, we might have to have our tiebreaker and really decide who this who can win all the marbles here.
You're going to want to tune into that next week.
Absolutely. But for this week, we got Richmond coming up. We will both be there. If you want to come say hello to us, please do. We don't bite. You also got a ton of other coverage to watch. So check all that stuff out. Get your Pioneer fix. Make sure to check out the tour starting at 10 a.m.
10 a.m. local time.
10 a.m.
Eastern.
Do we know who's commentating?
It is Cedric, Patrick, Brian Gottlieb, and Emma Handy.
So just pure goats. Pure goats of the commentating game will be there. We will be there. We will see you back on Versus Live, same time Tuesday, 1 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure you're there. Goodbye.